Welcome to the AI Brief, episode 323. I'm Amin, and with me is our expert analyst, Leah.
Hi, and we have just a powerful slate of news for you today.
We really do.
We're tracking a set of announcements that are, fundamentally shifting the very foundation of the AI world. We're talking everything from competing corporate visions to these huge investment gambles.
Absolutely. Today, we're zeroing in on three really tectonic shifts. First, the planned exit of Meta's chief AI scientist.
Then there's the launch of ElevenLabs' celebrity AI voice licensing platform.
And finally, SoftBank's just dramatic $5.8 billion divestment from NVIDIA to go, what they're calling all in on OpenAI.
These stories show the landscape isn't just evolving. It's fracturing and reforming all at the same time. Let's start at Meta, because this departure is a massive shakeup.
A huge one.
We're talking about AI pioneer Yann LeCun, a Turing Award winner who is reportedly planning to leave the company in the next few months.
And this is so much more than just a personnel change. LeCun has been the face of Meta's research arm, FAR, since 2013.
He was the standard bearer.
Exactly. And his departure, it really signals the culmination of all that internal friction we've been hearing about, the old guard versus this new, more aggressive commercial direction.
Right. And that friction was sort of institutionalized recently. As part of a big restructure, Meta cut about 600 jobs from its AI divisions, including FAIR.
But the new lab, PBD Lab, was completely spared.
Entirely spared. And LeCun had also recently started reporting to Alexander Wang, which kind of moved him out of that top research spot.
And he's not just retiring. He's reportedly already out there raising capital for his own startup.
And the vision for it is key. It's a direct challenge to the large language models that are dominating everything right now. His company is going to focus on developing what he calls world models.
Okay, so what's the fundamental disagreement here? Why is this such a big deal?
Well, current LLMs are basically, incredibly sophisticated pattern matching engines built on text, just mountains of text. LeCun's argument is that they lack any genuine understanding of the physical world. So his world models will learn from video and spatial data, trying to mimic how, say, an infant learns.
Through interaction with the world, not just reading about it.
Exactly. So this isn't just a research split. It's a test of foundational AI philosophy. You've got the physical reality approach versus the purely linguistic one.
And now that internal fight is becoming a real-world competition. We get to watch these two visions of AI just duke it out in the marketplace.
It's high-stakes academic drama with billions of dollars on the line. And speaking of high stakes, let's pivot from tech visions to the wild west of intellectual property.
ElevenLabs and their new iconic voice marketplace.
Right. This feels like the moment AI voice cloning moves from a hypothetical problem to a regulated commercial reality.
So the platform connects brands with AI-replicated celebrity voices, all through, proper rights holder agreements.
And it launched with 28 licensed options. But this is where it gets complex. It's not just living celebrities. You have living people like Michael Caine, Liza Minnelli, Art Garfunkel, all licensed. But then you also have deceased figures, Maya Angelou, Alan Turing, Mark Twain, even Babe Ruth.
And how does that work?
They were recreated from archived recordings through partnerships with their estates.
Now that's where my curiosity gets piqued. Licensing a living celebrity seems straightforward. They sign on the dotted line. But how solid is a legal precedent when you're dealing with the estate of someone like Mark Twain?
That is the core question, isn't it?
Who controls the rights to his voice forever? And what happens when, say, EU law conflicts with whatever agreement the estate made?
Well, that's the vulnerability. The platform is trying to offer an ethical option by brokering these official deals. The goal is to set a precedent for control. They want to create a market where licensed use is easy and profitable, and unauthorized cloning just isn't worth it.
And we're already seeing it in action. Matthew McConaughey, who's actually an investor in ElevenLabs, is using the tech right now to voice his newsletter for Spanish-speaking readers.
It's a really smart application, and it's an attempt to bring some order to a space where, let's be honest, AI image and video has made IP ownership incredibly muddy.
Okay, let's move to the biggest money story of the day, the huge gamble that SoftBank is taking.
A massive one. SoftBank Group sold its entire position in NVIDIA. $5.8 billion.
This isn't just rebalancing a portfolio. This is a definitive zero-sum pivot.
The intention couldn't be clearer. The money is going into a massive, concentrated wave of AI infrastructure investments, and it's all focused on OpenAI.
CEO Masayoshi Son said the company is all in.
And if we look at the history here, this is actually SoftBank's second complete exit from NVIDIA. The first time, and this is just staggering, they sold a $4 billion stake back in 2019.
A stake that would now be worth over $150 billion.
Unbelievable. So you have to ask, how do you walk away from that kind of money and then immediately double down on an even riskier, more concentrated bet?
Son's conviction is just absolute. He said he passed on a $10 billion investment in OpenAI before 2019.
The deal that Microsoft ended up taking.
Right. And he sees this as his chance to correct that mistake. He believes OpenAI will be listed eventually and will become the most valuable company in the world. Yeah. And that's why they're planning a $33.2 billion investment.
But that brings up the whole question of Son's strategy, doesn't it? I mean, this is the same concentrated approach that turned $20 million in Alibaba into over $150 billion.
But it's also the exact same strategy that led to catastrophic losses. The most famous one being the $11.5 billion they lost on WeWork.
So this isn't just a big bet, it's a repeat of history. It's the definition of high risk, high reward.
And the immediate irony, of course, is that OpenAI will still be buying mountains of NVIDIA chips.
Of course. The money SoftBank just raised will just cycle right back to NVIDIA, the circular AI economy in action.
Let's shift gears a bit and dive into everything else shaping the AI landscape today. We'll start with culture and copyright.
The lines are getting blurrier. An AI-generated country song, Walk My Walk, by an artist called Breaking Rust, just hit #1 on Billboard's country digital song sales chart.
Wow.
And that artist already has over 2 million monthly listeners on Spotify. This follows another AI artist, Zanya Monet, who also hit the Billboard charts earlier this year. AI-generated work is now commercially competitive.
And that success makes the legal side even more urgent. OpenAI just lost a copyright case in Munich.
Yes, the court ruled that ChatGPT was illegally trained on songs. The German Music Rights Society is calling it Europe's first landmark AI ruling. That has huge implications.
Especially since the EU often sets the tone for global regulation.
And organizations are paying attention. The Wikimedia Foundation just put out a new blog post. They're emphasizing how critical Wikipedia is for AI training, and they are explicitly demanding attribution and financial support from developers.
So they're saying their data has value and they want to be compensated for it.
Exactly. Moving to infrastructure, the scale of investment is just jaw-dropping. Wall Street lender Blue Owl Capital is investing $3 billion into a data center in New Mexico for OpenAI's Stargate project.
And banks are ready to fund another $18 billion.
And just to put that in perspective, this is for a massive 4.5 gigawatt facility. That's enough energy to power a small city.
All just for AI computation.
Yeah, that's how big the bet is on scale.
On the utility side, ElevenLabs also launched Scribe V2 Realtime, a new transcription model that allows live agents to get real-time understanding in 90 languages.
And in your living room, Samsung unveiled its Vision AI companion for its 2025 TVs. It integrates Bixby with both Copilot and Perplexity for chat.
The AI wars are coming to your television.
They are. And finally, on privacy, Google introduced Private AI Compute. It's a cloud platform that uses Gemini models but with hardware-secured isolation to keep user data private.
Trying to solve that privacy versus scale problem.
That brings us to our rundown of today's trending AI tools you should know about.
First up is Scribe V2 Realtime. That's the ElevenLabs transcription AI we mentioned, with 150 millisecond latency, which is basically instantaneous.
Then there's Kimi K2 Thinking from Moonshot AI. It's an open-source thinking agent, so it's designed for complex, multi-step reasoning, not just generating text.
Meta released Omnilingual ASR. ASR is automatic speech recognition, and this one covers over 1,600 languages, which is huge for global access.
For video, check out Vidflux. It's a tool that can turn your ideas into high-quality videos in about a minute.
And there's SynthoFrame, an AI for creating prototypes really fast. It's about accelerating the design process.
Lucent is a chat-based creative assistant. You give it ideas in text, and it can turn them into images, videos, and sound.
And finally, Softr. That's a no-code platform that lets you build custom business apps using data from things like Airtable or Google Sheets.
So looking back at this deep dive, the tension is just palpable. You have LeCun's world models fighting against the LLM paradigm and Masayoshi Son betting everything on a single champion.
The sheer amount of capital and talent being thrown at reshaping the core infrastructure of AI is just staggering.
And what really stands out is this constant pressure on the idea of ownership.
Right. We have AI music topping the charts, we have licensed AI voices entering the marketplace, and we have organizations like Wikimedia demanding payment for their data. It makes you wonder, how quickly will our definition of intellectual property have to shift just to keep pace with all of this? That's something for you to think about.
If you found this deep dive valuable, please follow the AI brief for your next update. And be sure to share this with anyone who needs to understand the tectonic shifts happening in this industry right now.